Now, most brand name and expensive skincare products on the market today contain at least one peptide. Some have two, and a few even have 3 different peptides. They each do different things and each are beneficial. As active ingredients go, peptides are quite expensive, thus the price of the brand name anti-aging products. And that brings us back to Transfusium. Imagine this. Transfusium has 4 different peptides, each one adding a different and specific anti-aging benefit, along with 20, that's right, 20 other active ingredients. To give you a full understanding of what these peptides can do for you, we want to give you a very brief and very general anatomy lesson on human skin. Here you see the cross-section of skin from a 75-year-old and a 4-year-old. All skin has this top layer, the one that you touch and feel. It's called the cornified layer or the horny layer. The next layer down is the epidermis, and this is where the skin cells are actually created on the basal layer, and then they turn over until they exfoliate off some 14 to 28 days later, depending on age and body signaling. The bottom layer is the dermis. Notice in the young skin how the dermis is full of dense collagen and elastin fibers compared to the older skin, and look at how thick and undulating the epidermis is. That's because it's creating and turning over skin cells so rapidly that in fact they can't keep moving up because they're contained by the horny layer, so they actually protrude down into the dermis, and that's good. It's actually called the structural scaffolding of the skin because it locks young skin in place. In the 75-year-old skin, notice that the epidermal layer is flat with no undulation, no scaffolding. That's why older skin is more susceptible to blisters, discoloration, and sagging. Now, in an oversimplification of how this works, let's look at the working cells of the skin. In the dermis, they're called fibroblasts, and in the epidermis, keratinocytes. The fibroblasts are the cells that control and create the collagen and elastin fibers. When we're young, our body's chemistry signals the fibroblasts to produce an abundance of collagen type 3. This is thick, elastic collagen that grows rapidly. As we age, the signaling changes, and instead the fibroblasts are signaled to produce more of a collagen type 1, which is slower growing, less elastic, and more susceptible to the enzymes that break it down. That's why we end up with these pockets of no collagen at all. It's also a more brittle collagen, so for example, as the muscles in our face contract, they create wrinkles. These wrinkles actually crease or damage the collagen, and now that we're not creating a replacement so quickly, the wrinkles just stay. In the epidermis, the keratinocytes actually control stem cell renewal and the skin cell turnover rate. When we're young, they turn over skin cells very rapidly and thicken the epidermis. Then as we age, the process slows down and the epidermis thins down as well. And that's the natural aging process of the skin. And now you understand why old people look old and young people look young. Until now. Until Transfusium. The wonderful thing about Transfusium is that through these 4 active peptides and 20 other powerful ingredients, we can actually signal these working cells to act young again. To prove how effective this resignaling can be, let us show you one more set of slides. This is the skin of the same 63-year-old woman taken after a facelift. 3 weeks prior to the facelift, she used one of these active ingredients on half of her face twice a day. After the facelift, the skin was looked at under a microscope. Does this not look just like the young versus old skin? And remember, this is taken from the same person after just 3 weeks. Remarkable. As impressive as all this information is for what happens in the skin, what's much more impressive is what happens on the skin when exposed to the ingredients found in Transfusium. Just look at the results our Transfusium users are getting in as little as 3 weeks use.